So as I discuss about inverse functions, so I told you that the function y totally in terms of x, right? So here this one variable y we express in terms of x here also. Y is totally expressed in terms of x. So in inverse functions, what we are doing? We are expressing this x totally in terms of y. So to express this, first I shift this minus 2 into left hand side. So this becomes y minus 2 is equal to 2x. Then here 2 is in multiplication with x. So if I divide by 2 on both the sides, then I get x is equal to y minus 2 upon 2. Right? So this part, this is our f of x, y is equal to f of x. And this function is your x is equal to f inverse of y. So such a type of functions are called inverse function, and this is the way how to find inverse functions. So in second example, again we have to express this function totally in terms of y, x in terms of y. So first I shift this 5 here, so 3x minus 2 is equal to 5y. Then I shift this minus 2, so 3x is equal to 5y plus 2, and x is equal to 5y plus 2 upon 3. So this function now f inverse of y. So these are the examples of inverse function. So now the first point of this topic is our theorem. This is a very important theorem and will be asked for 3 marks in your final examination. The statement of theorem is, let y equal to f of x is a differentiable function of x on an interval I. Now this interval I means what? It is just a set on which this function is defined, and y is 1 1 on 2, and dy by dx is non-zero. That is, you can find out a derivative of this function, and that derivative exists finite and not equal to 0. This is the meaning of this statement on I, on the same set also. Also, if f inverse of y exists, f inverse of y means what? Now it is an inverse function of this function. So f inverse of y is also differentiable. So note this point, f inverse of y is differentiable on I, on the same set. Then we have to prove that derivative of f inverse of y with respect to y is equal to 1 upon f dash of x, or dx upon dy or dx by dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx, where this dy by dx is non-zero. This condition is already given in the statement, right? So this is the statement of theorem. So we have to prove this dx by dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx, and it is our formula also to find out the derivative of inverse function. So let us see the proof of this theorem. So now we are starting our proof of the theorem. So as it is already mentioned in the statement, so we write that condition, let y is equal to f of x and x is equal to f inverse of y. This part is not given, but f inverse of y is given. So this both the functions are differentiable on an interval I, and these two functions are differentiable. So this part is already given. So in the further part, what we do, we are assuming, so let delta x be the small increment, delta x be the small increment in variable x. So as you know that this y is dependent upon x here. So x is independent variable, y is dependent variable. So if I change in x, this delta x is small increment in x, then corresponding change in y is, delta y is the increment or change in y. Change in y. Also you have to mention that as this delta x approaches to 0, then this delta y also approaches to 0, right? And we call this part as equation number 1. So now we are consider delta x by delta y into delta y by delta x is equal to 1. So how we take this expression? Here delta x cancel with this, delta y cancel with this, and you again get 1 equal to 1, right? So from this we are getting delta x by delta y is equal to 1 upon delta y by delta x. I just shift this part into right hand side. So in the next step I apply limit as delta x tends to 0 on both sides. No need to write this. So what you get? Limit delta x tends to 0, delta x by delta y is equal to 1 upon limit delta x tends to 0, delta y upon delta x. So by using our equation number 1, so by using that equation, I again write that equation here by equation 1. And what is that equation? Delta x tends to 0, then delta y is also tends to 0. So if I apply this condition here the denominator is delta y, so I change this limit, and this limit becomes limit delta y tends to 0, delta x upon delta y is equal to 1 upon limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x. So call this part as equation number 2. So in the further part, as this y equal to f of x is a differentiable function of x. Now you know the meaning of differentiable function. Differentiable function means what? We can find out the derivative of this. So by using Leibniz rule of derivative, we can write limit delta x tends to 0, delta y upon delta x is equal to dy by dx. And this limit is non-zero, it exists, and it is finite also. So we call this as equation number 3. So by using this equation 3, in equation 2, we are getting this value limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x, and we replace this value by dy by dx. So we get limit delta y tends to 0, delta x by delta y is equal to 1 upon dy by dx, and the sufficient condition is this limit is non-zero. So this dy by dx is non-zero. So if you observe equation number 2, then in that equation this part exists and it is finite. So to make this equation balance, this limit is also exist, or this limit is also finite and non-zero. So therefore limit delta y tends to 0, delta x upon delta y is also exist and finite, and we assume this limit as limit delta x tends to 0, delta x upon delta y is equal to dx by dy.
Right.
Therefore our equation number 3 becomes dx by dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx, and the sufficient condition is dy by dx is non-zero. So this is the proof of the theorem. Dx by dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx. So actually in the example we are we have to find dy by dx, because the question is given in terms of y is equal to f of x, right? So here we have to find dy by dx, and we are proving the theorem for dx by dy. So actually the rule is, if I shift this term, interchange this term, then it is dy by dx is equal to 1 upon dx by dy. So this is the operating rule for inverse function.
Start.
So now we are solving this example. Question is y is equal to cube root of x plus 4 and we have to find here what is the dy by dx by using inverse function, derivative of inverse function. So first we have to find the inverse function of this. It is cube root of x. I write over here this y is equal to cube root of x plus 4. This cube root can be written as, or if I take the square cube on both sides, so taking cube, what we get here, we get y cube is equal to, here this cube get cancelled, cube root get cancelled, so remaining part is only x plus 4. So we have to find value of x here. Y cube minus 4 is equal to x, or x is equal to y cube minus 4. So this is x in terms of y, and which is nothing but our inverse function. X is equal to totally in terms of y. Now we have to find the derivative. So you know the rule. When you are finding derivative, it is dy by dx upon 1 upon dx by dy. So how to find this term dx by dy? For this term, x is a dependent, y is independent. So here x is dependent, y is independent. So actually we have to find derivative of this function. So derivative of y cube minus 4 with respect to y. So this is our dy by dx actually. So dy by dx is equal to 1 upon, now derivative of y cube is 3y square and derivative of minus 4 is 0, right? So you get dy by dx is equal to 1 upon 3y square. But this answer is in terms of y. We require the answer in terms of x because y is a function of x. So we replace this value of y. Value of y is this. So 1 upon 3 in bracket cube root of x plus 4 bracket raised to 2. So this is your final answer, dy by dx.